10 Drunken Facts.
Hi, I'm Devin, and with me as always, Christina.
Hello.
And we have two special guests today, Casey and Xavier.
Hello.
Hi.
And this is 10 Drunken Facts, where we have 4 ABC questions.
6
ABC questions. And 4 true and false questions.
Yes.
So to start things off, we're going to take a shot. Today we're drinking, what do we...
Redheaded sluts. Yes.
Alright, cool.
Oh,
Cheers.
there you
Clink,
go.
Clink, clink.
Let's see how terrible it is.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't so bad, guys.
Same.
After that, yeah. That wasn't so bad. You all thought I was...
I think the peach adds a lot.
Kind of tastes like Sudafed, not gonna lie.
By the way, I'm sick today. So.
Alright. Marble game.
Yes, our Matrix marble game. So if you choose the red, which is this one, you get to start first. The white, then the other person gets to start first. So today, since we have 4 of us, we're going to play it a little bit differently. We're going to do teams. So on our teams, it's just going to be, we'll kind of go as we, or I'll explain as we go.
Yeah.
That's so to say. All right.
Xavier, you get to pick a hand.
Yes. You get to pick the hand.
All rest on me. I'm so nervous.
Oh no, I just dropped the marble.
No. What?
Choose. Are you the chosen one? No, you're not.
Damn.
All right,
that means
so
you, Casey.
Oh, me?
yes,
Guess
it's
okay.
girls
first.
versus boys. So do us well.
So it doesn't matter which
To
one
us,
I...
well.
As long
Same.
as it's ABC, because ABC's questions first.
Okay.
And then true or false last. So
Okay. What year was America's first UFO sighting? A, 1731, B, 1639, or C, 1887?
What was B again?
1639.
Okay. Are we
put down
writing these down?
write them down. Yeah.
Okay.
Like usual.
All right. We should have separate answers, right?
Well,
No.
I guess you know what. We probably don't even have to write them down because we both have to agree anyways.
Yeah, right,
On our
right.
on your
Okay.
answer.
I
So yeah, you guys both have.
don't know. I was going for A. What do you think?
What was A again?
1731.
Pilgrims and shit.
No.
Pilgrims show up and they're like, "Oh, there's all kinds of shit here."
You know what? No, yeah, I'll do A.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pilgrim homies.
Yeah.
You guys are wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
Surprising.
It was actually 1639.
Is
And
that B?
yes.
Give me a shot
And
glass,
I wrote a
Devin.
little thingy down for it, so I'm going to read that.
Shot glass.
So
Okay.
in Puritan times, so all that pilgrim shit, James Everell, a sober, discreet man, and 2 others had been rowing a boat in the muddy river when they saw a great light in the night sky. When it stood still, it flamed up and was about 3 yards square. When it ran, it was contracted into the figure of a swine.
What?
That's the devil, dude. That's not an
Yeah.
alien.
I don't know what that is.
This is Kanye dropping Jesus is King. Duh. It's straight fire.
Yeah.
That holy light.
Damn. Who saw that? Does it say who?
A sober man.
A sober.
James Everell.
Everell.
Yeah, you know, it's the 1600s. We don't know them.
Okay, so there's your first, and then you have to take another one.
Cheers.
What?
You guys each have to take 2.
Oh, that's not bad.
See, I
Pretty good.
added more cranberry.
No,
Very good.
chase it with Guinness.
Yeah, I thought after the first one I was not gonna add any more cranberry anymore.
It's cold, but the ice was a mistake.
Yeah. Definitely doesn't taste like cough medicine anymore, which is nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I get hints of it here and there, but...
It's a lovely Robitussin.
Robitussin
I used to do
cocktail.
that shit for fun.
Great.
Mildly incriminating.
I mean, I did not.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, God.
Alright.
You can just expect an ice cube in every one.
Motherfucker. Dude, it's like,
It's pretty terrible.
yeah, especially with the ice cube.
Yeah.
All right, Xavier, it's up to you.
Alright, so let's see. So, keeping it kind of dark and spoopy with Halloween being tomorrow.
Well, it's technically... Oh, wait, we have 6 minutes.
Ooh,
we go.
countdown.
Alright,
Okay.
so, kind of
Some cute
spooky.
island.
But, when was the last public execution held in the U.S.? Is it 1945?
The last?
Public execution. So where, like, people could just walk up and see it.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So when was the last public execution held in the U.S.? Was it 1945, 1936, or 1989?
Well, I feel like it has to be 89 because the history class I'm in right now, like, I don't know if you count lynching, but lynching crowds would come up, like, to see shit. Like, they would be very proud of it. So I don't know if you count that as a public execution or not. Well, no, like, beforehand. Like, it was, like, 60s.
Okay.
So, both
Repeat.
60s and...
The
so
years?
it makes me think
Yeah.
that C's the answer just because of the fact that... I don't know if you count that, like, as, like, the public execution, but that was happening in the 60s.
It's either...
Or 18.
It's all 1900s. So either 45, 36, or 89.
Oh, sorry. That was 1900s. So, yeah, definitely past the 20s.
I feel like
so,
45.
at least 30s. My bad. I was thinking of 18. I, like, stuck
Yeah, I
on
was
18s.
wondering.
No, because I'm just fucking, like, I never think of, like, the 18-somethings, like, whenever I think of history, but now I'm, like, in the mindset of 18-somethings.
She's in the 1800 mindset.
Yes, and it's confusing. But,
Don't worry, so is Alabama.
Shit. Okay. I mean, definitely by 30s, but yeah, I guess we'll go with you said with B, right?
Whatever 145 was.
A.
Is that? Oh, okay. Fine. We'll go with A.
Alright, actually, y'all's wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was
shit.
36
Ah,
years.
Damn!
So-
I told you, you can't trust me.
So
I don't know
Can't
shit.
trust me either. I always pick the wrong one.
the last public execution where someone could just like walk up and see it happen, happened in Kentucky. It was this
Sounds
guy
right.
who was convicted of it was kind of fucked up, but he raped and murdered a 70-year-old woman. And then they were just
He
like,
deserved it.
"You're out."
Yeah, that's it.
And
That's not a woman.
No, it was like somebody's grandma.
70.
Oh, 70.
Yeah.
It sounded like 7.
No.
Oh no! God,
Yeah,
no.
when you said
7-year-old.
and then woman, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's
I was-
gotta be 70.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I
My
definitely
bad.
thought he
He
was
said
saying
7-year-old woman. I
7-year-old.
was like,
Like,
Hell no.
God no.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
it
who? You deserve either way. That's
Either
fucked
way,
up.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a 7-year-old woman. But after that, in 1936, that's when America started going, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah. No, that makes more sense though because like I'm up to the they started talking about 20s. That's why I said it would have had to have been at least to the 30s.
I thought it would have been 45 just because.
Of the war.
Yeah, I
Well,
would have
because,
guessed.
like,
I just would have guessed.
shit sucks, dude.
The 40s.
Like, that, the 30s is the logical answer, you know, and the 80s is just like, what? Like, I was almost born. That's
I mean,
a no.
but Bundy was televised in 89. Like, his execution was televised.
His execution was televised.
I guess that's technically a public execution.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Yeah, it
everyone's
depends on-
wrong.
yeah,
Do we
depends
all
on-
have to
yeah,
take a
depends
shot?
on what you consider. Depends on what you consider. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
Does TV count or no? You said anyone that can just walk up
Yeah,
to it.
Right,
Yeah,
like
you
on
said-
the
you
street.
Like that
You
was
said
in
walk
an
up, walk up.
institution, like someone just like in the town square getting hung.
Yeah.
Like
that's right.
Yeah.
We'll give them
Like,
that, Casey. Like you walking up, he clarified for us.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what? I'm gonna run some errands. You know, I'm gonna go to Walgreens. I'm gonna pick up
Oh,
some
look, someone's
groceries.
dying.
Yeah, like, oh shit, they're hanging fucking Fred. Yeah.
Fuck you, Fred.
Honey, you won't believe what I saw today.
Fred's dead.
Alright, you might want to finger some of that ice out, but
Finger some of that ice out.
Oh yeah,
Swallow
that's a
it
big
like
one.
champ.
No, it's
There
big.
you go.
Oh boy.
It's going on the top.
Christina just went for it.
Excuse me.
My ears are
it's
warm.
nice now. Okay.
It's like Sour Patch Kids.
Hmm.
It's awful at first.
Sweet, sour, drunk.
It is kind of sour patchy. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Is I hear like 5
No,
ice
no, no.
cubes
It was
falling
the
Wait, hang on, sorry.
the black licorice flavor.
there. Yeah. I think the peaches, it's
There's
like
my fucking Christ.
Same.
redeeming factor here.
Our ice maker makes these incredibly small cubes.
Oh, by the way, when I was down there, your dad was like yelling at the refrigerator because apparently the water just comes out of it, like without anyone pressing it in. He just walked in the kitchen and the water was coming out.
Haunted.
And he was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, damn these kids.
I didn't touch the fridge, Dad.
That was exactly what I was gonna say next. Was watch he's gonna blame the kids.
Yeah, no, he's like, someone's been fucking with this.
Big boomer energy.
I got my water from the purified tap on the sink. Okay, I didn't touch the fridge.
Like a good noodle.
But no, this is just a warm-up for my birthday in exactly a week.
Damn.
I'm gonna be
What's your plan?
drunk all day.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Well, on the Wednesday, and then the following Saturday is when we're all going out.
Yes.
Cool. Can't wait.
All right, now to me. All of the matter that makes up the human race could fit into, so this is a quantum physics question, A, a Rubik's Cube, B, a GameCube, or C, a sugar cube?
Excuse me, what?
Wait, repeat the question, because you
yes.
lost me at science.
Quantum physics or some shit?
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, you're terrible.
All the matter... Listen.
Sorry.
Listen. All the matter that makes up the human race could fit in two. So if you squashed all the matter from all the human race, what could it fit into?
So
All the matter meaning like
All
people?
of our matter as
like
people,
everything on
as
Earth?
as the human race, as the human, like all of the human race at all points in time. If you took your matter, like everything's made of matter.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but like, are we talking about people
And so,
specifically?
yes, people
And-
specifically all throughout time. Every person that's been on
Okay,
this
okay.
earth.
So not materialistic
Yeah, not-
things, like
not
literally
like stuff,
human
too.
bodies.
Right,
Okay.
like human bodies throughout the span of not just now, but all of time.
All right.
If you
I don't know how you're gonna
squashed your
fit me into
matter
a
down,
GameCube.
okay, you
Well, if
fit.
you were smashed, like
So-
you could definitely be flattened
yeah.
by just like
Just
And I
well,
guess
you're
we're mostly
your
water,
matter.
too.
Your matter. Everyone's
Yeah.
matter.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
got it.
so matter is different than just like your body,
Mhm.
like matter. So A, Rubik's Cube, B, GameCube, or C, Sugar Cube.
I'm gonna go the craziest route here and say sugar cube.
All right. I'm with them.
That's what you're gonna say.
Yes.
All right. Atoms are 99.99 fucking whatever percent empty space. A single teaspoon or a sugar cube
Nice.
of the resulting mass, if you if you forced all the atoms together, would weigh 5 billion tons. So the sugar cube of us would weigh 5 billion tons, which is about 10 times the weight of all the humans that are alive currently today.
That's fucking ridiculous.
so it would still be this big.
Yes,
But
it
weigh
would be the
5
size of a sugar cube.
It would have anime physics. Where
Anime
it's just
physics.
like, oh wow, this can is the regular size of a can. Then they drop it and it's like, fucking breaks the ground with just sheer will.
All right.
Nice.
So all of our mass combined,
Nice. That was out
So
there.
does that mean we take a shot?
we have to take 2.
I
We
didn't
have
know
to
that.
take 2.
Yes.
All right.
Why do you? Because you guys are 2 people, and,
And
we're
you guys
2
are
people.
2 people,
Why
so
wouldn't you guys
instead
just
of-
both take 1?
Because it's 2 against 2.
Yeah, Devin.
Okay.
We're not looking at teams in that aspect. We're looking at like your singular person. You are going against 2 people.
The
so
only benefit is that you technically you're
Oh,
still gonna
yeah.
take
I
a ton of
see,
shots,
I
but
see.
like you don't have to take 3
So
in
you're
a
a team
row.
when you're taking shots, but
It
you're
just
not
helps.
when you're asking the question.
Yeah, dude.
Chad, bro.
You're
I'm
saying
too
yours
far
for
out.
the team, okay?
I didn't think we were gonna dent that much, honestly.
Let's keep this going. You get drunk with your teammate,
Yeah,
You're
I
not
guess it's just a
alone.
respect thing, I guess.
And then you cry.
and
And then you cry. And then I pee a lot.
Yeah. All right. My
Okay.
first ABC question: which one of these Halloween facts are true?
What?
In Europe, you originally had to sing for your treat. instead of trick-or-treating, you had to sing and carol in front of every house to get your treat. Or shelters won't let you adopt a black cat.
It's a true or false question.
No, it's an ABC.
Oh yeah, it's your first
Is
question.
it
My bad.
Third one?
There's 3 questions.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Which one of these are true?
It's the perfect hybrid.
Exactly. So, all right, second one, B, shelters won't allow adoption of black cats around Halloween. Or C, despite popular belief, studies show kids actually behave more around Halloween.
Well, I
Pretty
know the
good one.
second one is true, but I don't know if it's your own.
Yeah. All right, let's just say this. Wait, you're wondering which one is true?
Yeah, which one is true?
Well,
A,
which one's the right answer?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess let's go for B then, right?
You know what
We're
B
going for B?
is?
That's black
They're
cats.
not
that-
allowing to adopt black cats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Is true because
Hell yeah.
because they're scared that people might sacrifice them.
Yeah.
Super cute.
I was trying to go slow so you wouldn't just get like 1,000
Ah.
skips. See, there's
It's
a
right
reason.
to the top.
There's a reason why I go so slow, because I'm trying to
She-
you gotta hand Evan his too.
But just a fact about Halloween, it's actually commonly
I'm so
referred
sorry.
to or referred
I'll
as
just pour
the witch's New Year.
Why is that?
I don't know, because we spooky bitches.
Pagans.
Because we out here.
Because we out here like that. No, honestly, I don't know that part, but I
Ugh.
just know that it's a New
Yeah, I
Year.
really thought I was going to stump
If
you
it's
guys.
what
I'm
you know.
pissed.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, God. I'm going to go to work
Happy New Year
tomorrow.
to me.
Sweating, Jaeger. It was awful.
That's
I
the
love it.
plan.
It's how it
No
goes.
being a
I
bitch.
literally fucking warned you.
Oh, you warned me. I didn't relay the message.
But I thought you definitely would relay that.
No, she's
Oh, well,
awful
I
like
said,
that.
no, I said to
On our
prepare
way
your
home.
asshole. That's what I said.
That's what you say when you're like ordering Taco Bell. I'm referencing a lot
That'll
of
be
brands.
one of the names
Nobody's
of the titles of
sponsoring
this.
this.
Is prepare your asshole.
Just want to clarify. God, but no, you say like prepare your liver.
But also,
or, like,
you said you
your
were to
mental
listen to
state.
the podcast beforehand, and if you would have listened to them, you would have gotten that hint straight off the bat.
Wow.
Dude, immediate slurring. Like halfway through a thing.
Immediate and halfway. Pick a fucking time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, like, halfway through a, like, on average, like, 30-minute episode.
Yeah. That's
Our
how
last
it goes.
one was almost an hour. We had to cut
Yes.
Well, it was like longer when it started, and then we just had to keep cutting
On
because we're like, oh
Spotify?
shit, we don't have that time because we have a limit. We have a time limit. Otherwise, we have to pay more
Yeah.
for it. So like,
Yeah, we go through
it's hard.
a distributor that like does it for us, so we don't have to go by one and
Yeah.
do our
On
thing.
So-
Spotify, you can speed up, like, how fast your podcast goes.
Oh, really?
See,
Yeah, so I was watching it at, like, 2 times speed.
Because
Because I was like, Cindy!
You were watching a podcast?
Oh, yeah. We're still on the ABC one, right?
Yes.
ABC. Gonna kill Jeffrey Epstein.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia was built to hold 250 patients in 1864, but by the 1950s it was housing A, 665 patients, B, 2,400 patients, or C, 150 patients.
Ooh. What year was this?
Well, it doesn't really matter. It was built in 1864, and by the 1950s, it was housing
How many again?
A, 665 patients, B, 2,400 patients, C, 150 patients.
Kind of want to go with A.
I don't know. B's kind of giving me a dirty
B?
look about it.
Okay. All right, I'll go with your instinct. All right, my last one failed, so B it is.
So B, you're right.
Oh,
Bam!
I'm happy, but I'm also sad.
You know what? We'll
The
take.
building was built for 250 patients.
250.
Yeah.
By the 1950s, so not even 100 years later, they were holding 2,400 patients in a building that was built for 250.
Whoa.
They didn't add on to the building.
at all.
No.
So that's
Are
like
you serious?
that's like 250% extra. Like
It's
you're
like chickens in a freaking barn.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes.
That's the type of shit they would do, though.
yeah. And
That's
because
when
of
you can,
this,
like, shock the gay away. You know.
well, funny you
Rub
mentioned
it
that
out now.
because they were like the patients were physically restrained and often given inhumane treatments such as electroshock and lobotomies.
yeah, of course.
And the facility was forced to close in 1994 due to reforms in mental health treatment and deterioration of the building.
Nice.
I would wonder why.
Oh,
Classic shit.
You know, yeah.
That's terrible.
fun fact:
right,
94 is
cheers.
the year I was born. R.I.P. to Biggie. Same year he died. You know what? Let's take a
Well,
commemorative
Biggie
shot
died,
with
so
All right.
mental health patients
Let me
can
just pour hers quick.
get what they need.
them. Wow, Christina.
Swerve.
Okay.
We're
Now
putting
you can go ahead.
we're putting a tremendous dent. in this
I'm about to say we might
immediately.
actually have to refill this
What?
pitcher.
No. What did I just say? I said before we even started we were probably gonna have to refill it at least once.
Yeah.
Did you though?
I didn't believe
did.
you.
Did
I really
you?
did.
She did.
I did.
But did she?
I did.
Men.
In real life.
Wow. Cheers.
Sure.
You guys like scoffed at me. I was like, it's very reasonable.
Reasonable.
I mean, very reasonable. Okay.
But if you think about it, a pitcher as big as this, it was filled to the brim, and we all take little cups and drink little sips out of it. Like,
And I know how
It's
this
2/3
goes.
alcohol.
Okay, but I
That's
know
fine.
how this goes.
all right. Okay. All right.
I know
Have you
the
ever
facts.
filled
Cheers.
the cap of your water bottle and drank it like that? Like,
No,
that shit
because
goes
I'm a
down
normal,
fast.
I'm a normal fucking human.
But now I will.
Alright, y'all want to doubt me, but that's okay.
Okay,
I never
Kanye.
doubted
I know
you.
you didn't.
Alright,
Shit.
who's going? Is it Devin? No.
No, it's you.
Oh, it's me. Haha.
Yes.
So we're still on the ABC, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna turn up the heat with this one. It's gonna
Oh,
get a little
God.
sultry.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Watch it be like prude as hell.
It's actually not.
Okay.
Okay. So, what percent of the internet is just porn?
Ooh.
Is
Wow.
it 30%, 25%, or a whole ass 50%?
Oh, I love this question.
Honestly, like think about it.
I would say 50 because I see ads for
know,
shit like that
I know.
everywhere.
But at the same time, though, like he just said, like a whole ass, like maybe like I'm not
He
sure if
can't
that's.
lie.
I know, like I'm not
I
sure
really
if that's
can't.
trying
I'm
to.
an
can't
awful
lie.
liar.
He is a terrible liar.
I mean, I'm gonna trust you on this, but
oh
if
God.
but if he's
no,
fucking us
if
over,
you're putting trust in me, I don't want to pick it.
listen, you're the fucking fiance, so I'm putting
I
trust
know.
Okay, so here's the deal. If anything were to ever happen post-apocalyptic, do not put Casey in charge.
Literally,
She
I'm
is-
nothing. I don't like making decisions, so I'm
Hey,
just
well-
bad at it.
Well, you know what? I'm putting it on you because you're the fiance and saying he would never lie, and the emphasis was on 50, and you were feeling 50, so we'll go for 50.
Well, really, I'm just feeling 50 because of my own experiences on the internet.
A lot of porn.
Yeah.
But you're like, he doesn't lie well.
He really
So,
doesn't.
like,
I don't.
Wait, is this including the dark web?
yeah,
Yes.
like, is it
Oh.
everything?
It's the
Oh.
entirety of the internet.
Oh wow.
50.
Okay.
50?
I didn't even think about that.
Are
It
you,
can't just be 30 or less.
I
Yeah.
honestly, I probably would have guessed different, but because she's all in it, I'm gonna.
Well, what's
That
your
means
guess?
I'm gonna be
Let's hear
wrong.
yours.
No, I'm gonna trust her
No,
right now.
I want to hear yours though.
What if we just, if you want to guess it too, then we can just take separate shots for this round.
No, we have to do it as a team. We have to do it as
All right,
a
then
team.
you have to
okay?
agree.
Well, I'm just saying.
If you don't
gonna
agree,
trust
then we're
her.
not going to vote it that way.
No, I'm gonna trust.
But you don't
her.
agree.
I'm gonna trust her. That's where I'm
Then
gonna
it's
go
wrong.
with this.
It's wrong. I just know it's wrong.
All right, go.
Is it wrong, babe?
yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
As of
You're like, he doesn't lie well, so I'm like,
He doesn't, though.
I
It didn't
don't.
sound like a lie though. You was just putting
yeah,
some
but you're,
emphasis.
but you're still trying to like throw off the other team, you know?
That's
so
the
it's
point
like,
of
I mean,
game.
here's the thing. If you fall for it, that's on you. I'm just trying to be entertaining. I know,
See,
it
but
is.
that from now on though, I'm not gonna go off that. And
Yeah,
like,
please.
But like that's
You
the
should
thing.
never.
Now I know, and now I'm not gonna go off that, and now I'm gonna.
I'm just
You're
going
learning.
to die in
Learning.
the corner.
So anyway, as according to a 2016 consensus of all the data on the internet, 30% of that data was porn, whether it be dark web, mainstream, anything. Just go from Tumblr to fucking Brazzers. Just
I
it's
don't
all
believe
on
that though.
Dude, I should have
That's wrong.
fucking no. I
30%.
should have
wrong.
fucking guessed it because that would have been my
Should have
guess.
you?
I should have.
Should've.
That would have been my guess.
Should have you.
I should have, could have, would have.
But you didn't, so you're taking shots.
and that's fine. I'm just saying that would have been my guess.
Yeah.
Don't
And
leave
honestly,
Devin hanging shit.
no. The reason why I was so hesitant about it, but like trusting, like I was trusting, but I was also the reason of my hesitance was because I had another question that you heard. You know, the
What was
one
the other
about
question?
it was about like sex dreams people have, and what percentage of people have sex dreams.
That's a good one. I thought that's
And
got to be up there.
and actually,
8%.
it's actually very fucking low.
Really?
8%.
And so when
That's
And
ridiculous.
4% of women have orgasmed or seen their partner
orgasm in the dreams, but the men have
0.
fucking 0. Their partners never orgasm
like,
in their
no
dreams.
guy is having a sex dream and like watching her orgasm.
Right? I'm rocking.
Right?
I'm rocking your shit awake. Like, who's
This is
dicking
a
you
real
down
life.
in your dreams?
No, that means you.
But
No,
that's
you're-
why I
And
wanted.
your sex dreams have never, ever, ever.
I've never
ever.
had a wet dream, though. That's the thing.
That doesn't mean wet dream.
That's. An
Cindy
orgasm.
actually made that a point
Yeah,
to be like,
yeah,
well, what
we
about
made
the
it a
physical
point.
evidence?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
We
I
made
haven't
it a
peed in
point.
my pants when I was sleeping since I was like 11
The,
years old.
the physical evidence. Like, there's an episode of SVU just
Yeah,
dun dun.
I've woken up and immediately had to rub one out, but I didn't wake up with it in my pants.
Right. Yeah.
Same.
Well, yeah, different for us a little bit, but that's why I wanted to go lower, and that's why I was hesitant because I was
This
like,
episode
like.
brought to you by
See,
KY.
like it's always fucking lower than what you think
Lube
it
it up
is
and
because
rub
that's
it.
just how these facts seem to go. But after all that talking, do we still have to take another one, or was that
Yeah,
for a
you
second? Okay, we'll go for it
After all that talking.
Well, honestly, I didn't remember either.
because we've done a lot of talking, so I'm not really completely sure. And also, I've got a fucking cold and I've got headaches. And
So you forgot.
can you not hear that?
No.
The whole thing about like, oh, I can't talk in a British accent because I sound fucking like I'm.
I just showed up.
I just showed up.
You're a straight up liar.
I will
Bitch.
fight you.
And then you remember how you're like, oh, Gordon Ramsay with a cold would sound fucking ridiculous.
I've never said that in my life.
What the fuck?
Did he not?
Yes,
I've
he
never
did.
said that in my life.
He's being a piece of shit.
Now I literally believe nothing you say.
Good.
Because
That's how it should
she's
go.
like, he's not a good liar.
Isn't though.
I'm not.
Every time he tries to lie about anything,
He
I always
just thinks
catch
he's
it. I'm
always
like,
telling the truth.
like,
Dude,
you're
I
a
love
fucking
your, I love your
liar.
drip towel.
Thank you.
Like purely for you.
Yes, because I am a mess.
Well, she's taking out the cubes. Or was.
No, but this is all
The game
not
cubes?
just cubes.
The game cubes.
God, which, by the way, side note, best game system ever.
Yeah.
Just hands down.
Yeah.
Super
Fucking
Mario,
love.
Super Mario
Goes very
Sunshine,
quickly.
The Smash
Like I
Bros that
said.
came out.
Super Smash Bros. Melee,
Yeah, then
Hands
Animal
down the best.
Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Never
Can
got
we get
into it, but
back
I
to the
respect it.
business? Shit.
We're geeking out, dude.
I'm just talking about how great the fucking
That Sonic
GameCube
game that
is.
came out, I don't know if you played
Sonic
that.
Adventures 2.
Okay.
Alright, guys,
That's where
back
they-
to the
Time-
actual shit
That's
here.
where they introduced the ultimate edgelord, fucking Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes,
All right,
yeah.
ask your question, please.
Okay.
He is not.
They're getting none
He's
of the
amazing.
snacks.
They made his own game
None of
after
the
that.
None of them.
None of them. They're all ours.
Those are all mine.
Okay.
She said that we can have them all.
Well, I hear she smells.
Okay. Gross. Taking this away.
I smell like
Okay, what's your question? Okay.
She will keep
Please.
going. She will keep going.
Okay. Now I'm on to my true or false questions. Okay.
Oh, right.
So,
do this shit.
you trying to fight or
Go
something?
ahead. I wasn't thinking about it, but I don't know.
Maybe if it's naked.
Okay.
Snaky.
Leonardo DiCaprio actually drew the charcoal of naked Kate Winslet. So
What?
like who played Rose on the Titanic?
Yeah.
Like the girl who played Rose on the Titanic. Remember, he's like, oh, let me like
Draw me like one of your French,
French girls. Yeah, like.
Hell yeah, he did that shit. True.
Are you agreeing? Are you agreeing or not?
You're too happy for that to be true.
What?
If you're Kathy.
What does that
She
mean?
didn't wait for my
That's
answer, though.
assumed.
If it were false, if you would have said false, she would have waited for me to see what I had to say.
No,
But as soon as you
I'm
said
gonna
true,
do that no matter what, though. You know that.
I'm going to
That's
go.
So
why-
we're
that's why I
just
do all
picking our
these.
answers on social
Yes.
cues.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
okay, fine. Let's see how this goes.
Nah,
Okay,
fuck
so
that. It's
true?
true. He did that
All
shit.
right. Okay.
He did that shit.
All right. True.
That slightly scandalous charcoal drawing of topless Kate Winslet in the Titanic was actually drawn by no other than the director himself, James Cameron.
Yep.
Really?
Exactly.
Wow, James Cameron.
It's a game of fuck the other team up.
I'm already fucked up. You guys already won.
Kate Winslet
Whatever,
actually.
dude. We
Kate-
win, actually.
I mean,
But okay, so hold on, a little bit more. Kate Winslet says that it's the only picture she won't sign. So, like, you know, like her fans will come up to her like with like pictures of it and be like, "Oh, like, will you like sign this for me?" And it's one that she will not fucking sign. Like, she'll
Kate
sign
Winslet,
any
sign
other
your
picture
titties for
of,
me, please.
of herself. Like, she'll sign all other kinds of shit, but it's the one she won't sign. And she says that the scene still haunts her today. Like, she, like, in quotes, like, it still haunts her. Like, she said that. And, it sold in auction in 2011 for $16,000. So James
Damn.
Cameron, like, made it of her. And she's like, fuck this shit, I hate it.
Really?
And they sold it for $16,000.
Why did she hate it?
That doesn't even sound
like-
like enough money.
Well,
though.
like, she
Yeah,
said
honestly.
it in the long run. Like, I saw, like, this video of her, whatever. Like, she said, like, oh, it's kind of funny or whatever. Like, she basically, like, she's okay with it. But, like, she just, like, she made a comment, though. Still, like, she's like, it still haunts me, like, all the time.
All right.
Alright.
Is it my turn? My true or false question.
okay.
All of these movies are based off of true stories. True or false? A. I mean, not A, but, like, these are all the movies. Jaws, 50 First Dates, and The Blob are all based off of true stories.
Heard that.
Can you repeat that?
All these movies are based off of true stories. True or false? Jaws, 50 First Dates, and The Blob.
I'm feeling like yes towards the first two, but The Blob is the one I'm not 100% on. I haven't really, like, seen it, actually. So, I mean, I can 100% see the first two.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't completely
Same.
see the last one. I'm just not 100% sure about that one. That's the one that kind of gets me, because I haven't seen
I
it.
feel like I have seen The Blob, but my memory is so shit.
I've never actually seen it.
I think I have, and I'm pretty sure.
We can go for true, but, like, I'm not 100% about that last one, like, being something. So, I mean, we can say true. I feel like I'm kind of leaning towards it just because of the first two, like, me seeing something along those lines, but...
Yeah, I feel like it is true, because why would The Blob be in there if it weren't?
I mean, The Blob was made a while ago, so, like, they were coming
I
up with
know.
all kinds of weird shit.
But
don't
it's
have
like,
a
if,
date,
if
but-
Devin has never seen The Blob, then why
Yeah.
would he put that movie in there to fuck us up?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Here, it's done! It's done! It's true! It's true!
Got me. You got me on that one. That was a good answer. You looped
I'm a
you.
detective.
Dude, that was great. True as fuck.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, okay, but let me read off, like, what I based in reality, okay?
Okay.
Not, obviously the freaking, like, The Blob was about a movie about, like, eating people, like, consuming people.
I do
But
it
I'll
all the time.
Yeah. Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer type shit. But I'll go right to The Blob. A report from 1950 in Philadelphia, 2 officers saw what they thought was a parachute float down to Earth, but was actually a 6-foot wide purple odorless blob. And then that somehow sparked the idea for the movie to someone.
Fucking
Yo,
aliens,
that's
dude.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
But Jaws was actually, like I said, the story. It's not the story, but the inspiration for the movie was a shark attack in New Jersey in 1916 killed over 1,000 people. 1,000 people died from the shark attack.
Just that one shark.
Just the one shark. Yep. And then
Fuck.
50 First Dates, there's actually a girl named Nikki Pagram in Britain actually has the memory disorder where she forgets everything every day. and has to read about her life every morning.
Dude, that would fucking suck.
Yeah.
See, that's what like made me think like, oh, like definitely those first two I could absolutely see. It was just the Blob that got me because, like I said, I haven't seen it, so like it's hard for me to like picture that situation because I
It's
don't know.
such like like now I'm like remembering what the movie is about, but it's just like an out there concept that why if he has never seen it,
well, yeah,
would he put it in there?
yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it further, most of my answers are just like I would look up like random movies or random other facts and try to tie them into like that fact itself or something. But honestly,
Now is the time where I refill this shit.
Yes.
If you guys have intermission music, and if you don't, you should.
We probably should come up with that.
It should be it right
Other
now.
podcasts do
Like
Podcasts.
Podcast, pop lock it drop it.
Honestly, I will right now.
please don't.
Thank you.
This is your fiance, okay?
I know,
You're supposed
he
to
doesn't-
always say hell yeah, babe.
No,
That's right.
he
pop,
doesn't
lock,
want to
and
see
drop
me pop, lock, and drop
That's
it.
rude. I do.
it. I'll pop locky droppy.
Pop, locky, droppy. Wow.
Now you
Give
want
me
to take.
sloppy toppy. What?
I like that version better.
We do
Sloppy
have
floppy?
Fireball and cider in the bag.
Oh God.
We have tucked away some Smirnoff and some
That's how
Captain
we're gonna
Morgan
do it.
left.
It's gonna be great.
Christina.
The rest of that is going to be cranberry. It's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like half and half, and the other one I did 1/3, like it's supposed to be. So this is like fucking nothing. I don't want to hear any complaints.
I'm about to take that whole pitcher and just chug it.
Boof it.
Just boof it.
That's what we're gonna do.
In the Bussy.
That's your fault. All you
Can
guys.
that be the outro? Just in the bussy.
That's it. All right. You know what? We got it. It'll be
That'll be like one of the
Pobcasts.
names.
It'll be Pobcasts. What was the other one? I said it was gonna be. It's blank and then Bussy, but like there's another one I said like, oh, that'll be one of the titles.
Fuck.
Remember?
You're just going to have to listen to it.
All right, I'll listen to it and I'll find out. But we have all three. It's what it is, and I don't have to search for it.
We might find some more along the way.
Alright. Pop
Alright.
it. Drop it. Sit it on my face.
Is this statement true or false?
False.
Serial killer Albert Fish inspired characters in Psycho, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Silence of the Lambs.
True.
Psycho is not him. Psycho is Gene something. I'm gonna go false.
Are you talking about the actor or inspiration?
No, the inspiration, the actual murderer from Psycho. I just read this fact today.
You sound like you're a lot more concrete
pretty
in your
positive.
decision.
I'm
So
pretty positive.
I'll give it to Devin.
So, if it's false, can you tell me who the actual
She
serial
can. She
killer
knows
is?
the name.
No, but you.
No,
Can
it's not
you?
me.
No.
No?
It's like Gene or Jin or like fucking
George.
I'm in pain right now.
Washington. I have no idea. I'm gonna go with false though.
Okay. So, it is false.
Good call.
And also, it's Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Ed Gein.
Really?
Ed
Yes.
Gein's,
He was based off of Psycho. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Ed Gein's desire to
fucking
become
look,
his
dude.
mother is what inspired Norman Bates from the novel Psycho.
Makes sense.
His house full of skin and bones inspired Leatherface and his
Makes sense.
behavior from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And his overall desire to become a woman inspired Buffalo Bill from Silence of the
Yes.
Lambs.
Oh
that
my
makes
gosh.
sense.
Dude, I was in like fucking like I was struggling like poker face.
You did not do a good job either.
I was so terrible. So they're like, oh fuck, don't look
See,
at
that's
me.
the one. That's the one that I had messaged you about, and
Yeah, I
I,
know.
was
I
like,
was like,
"Oh,
oh, shit."
well, you already touched on this
I
serial
know, and I was
killer
like,
in
oh
another
shit,
episode."
oh shit, oh shit.
Because I actually read it to him, like, because I was looking at facts. Because the last podcast we talked about him, she was saying how there was a relation between him and the Taxi Driver, the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, and then
Dude, I laid it out for him because we had just watched Taxi Driver and The Joker.
I did.
So like,
I watched it.
and-
You didn't watch it.
oh shit. Well, no, I watched a decent. Like, I still watched a chunk of it with you.
Talking to me?
And like there was a fact about Ed Gein and that like Taxi Driver was like a side fact to my actual fact, which you need to actually like listen to the rest of our podcast because there's There's some good facts.
There are some interesting.
Are you
fucking shit in there.
self-promoting in your fucking podcast right now?
Shameless.
Are you
Self-promotion.
sponsoring yourself?
I'm probably gonna cut it out.
Shameful.
I'm probably gonna cut it out anyways. I just want to
Shamelessly.
tell you that you have to listen to it anyways because there's some good facts.
When she says you, she
But-
means you guys, the audience,
I'm
not me.
pointing to you.
She's pointing at the
I'm
microphone.
upset because you're like, no, I'm so upset because you're like,
She's a whole
I'm
ass
gonna
liar.
listen to it, and then you fucking didn't.
Here's the thing. I get high and I forget things all the time. Ask my fiance sitting next to you.
By the way, I want to go
Yes.
to Vancouver.
I already did both mine.
You
I
did
really
both?
want to go there. It's like the Colorado of Canada. Yeah, I want to go there really bad. I just
Where?
watched
The Colorado of Canada.
Vancouver.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
just watched
in.
this it's on Netflix. It's called Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner. And this guy, he like, the whole episode is just him and Seth Rogen eating really good food and getting high the whole time.
Here's
And I
the
was
thing.
just like, I want to be there so bad. And they got really good like Asian food.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Kind of
So-
like the Minneapolis of or Canada.
So, in 2021, I'm going to be turning 24. I need to get traveling done before I have kids. And the cutoff is 26.
Unless
So
we
we're going
push
to
it back.
Vancouver.
Vegas, Vancouver. Gotta do that shit.
Michigan.
Well, we're for
Dude,
sure
we
still
want-
doing
we-
Mexico.
What we want to do, yeah, us too. Because we
Well,
talked
we
about-
already talked about it. We're
Yeah.
doing it. I
Yeah.
haven't forgotten.
Yeah, but you know what though? A lot of fucking people forget, so I really do appreciate
Fuck
when you brought it
no.
up again. I was like, you remember,
Dude.
Like, when you messaged, I was like, she remembers. Oh my god!
Mexico is like my wet dream. You
Dude,
have no idea.
People have been like, fucking, like people are so fucking forgetful about shit. When you said that, I was like, oh, you do remember? Oh
Yes,
my
of
god!
course.
Like, because usually I'm just so used to a lot of people being like, oh, you what? Oh, the what we talked
No,
about?
I am fully. If we weren't getting married, we would go right now.
We're
Which
going
one?
together. Okay, we're going together.
Are we though?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
It's gonna be so fucking cheap to go down there.
We're
Okay.
going together.
I'm
You're
fucking.
gonna
to
have to
Bangkok.
deal with it.
You can get a full like week
trying
and a
to
half
bang
of
this guy?
worth of rooms for like $500.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. And
Vancouver is like $300 for a ticket.
To fly.
If you go at the
Oh,
right
fine.
time, you go at the right time and leave on like a fucking Tuesday or
We're
something.
from the Midwest, bitch. We drive.
ever. We drove 15 hours to Colorado and 17 back.
We're already like at the border, basically. We
Yeah.
should just go.
Well,
in
the thing
car.
is, but Vancouver's on the other side.
I don't care. We're going in the
Yeah,
car.
it's a day. It's a day and some.
Let's move it all along.
It's reasonable,
Alright, so, no,
Well, we're
fucking.
almost done.
and then we
So.
can just take shots.
True or false? While writing his infamous. By the way, so tomorrow's Halloween. I decided all my facts should be spoopy or weird.
Yeah.
So today, I'm doing the king of horror.
Okay.
Stephen King.
Nice.
Guy's awesome. 2019 has been his year. Fucking movies and shows and specials all over the place. He's owning 2019 in terms of horror. It's awesome. So, decided this last question should be about him. Stephen King once did so much cocaine that he had to put cotton in his nostrils while he was writing it so he wouldn't have spontaneous nosebleeds on the original manuscripts. Like, he was doing so much blow that he was just like, nope.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm feeling true.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
unless it's something like relatively too close to like the cotton or close to like something like that, I would say true. Like as long as like I said, as long as it's not something relatively close, like you were like edging towards it.
He's told me that fact before.
I have.
Then, yeah.
It's one of my favorite facts in the world. I don't care about drinking for it. Stephen King.
This is a good ass fact.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
honestly.
I think we all should just drink to Stephen King.
Honestly.
Yes.
King.
Yeah, let's all
Stephen
drink.
King
Let's
has
You
do
written...
guys have to take 3 for it, and we'll just take.
Whoa,
another one.
what?
Okay.
Yes, 3.
Fine, yeah, 3. At this point, can I just get a fucking pint glass?
Right, why are we doing shots?
You're like, this is the worst drink ever, and now you're like, give me a fucking pint
Well,
glass.
no, I mean, not because it's delicious, because it's convenient, ho.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stephen King.
Here you go.
Now, you know, he's clean and sober
Alright,
now,
take
which,
yours.
congratulations,
we're all doing a shot
sir.
to Stephen King.
We're gonna do it
Yeah,
together.
we're
in
gonna
the
do it
middle one.
together.
Oh, I just
Yeah?
took mine.
Whoops.
No, you didn't.
Well, we gotta take 2 anyway, so. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. No, you have to take 3. So that's why I'm saying you take one now. We'll do the middle shout with you, and then you take the last.
Why do they all of a sudden have to take 3?
Because we're all doing a commemorative
together.
shot, and
Oh,
we're
true.
still doing.
Haha.
So we lost, and then also.
But yeah, Stephen King. He's clean and sober now, but at the height of his writing skills.
All right, now we take it together.
see,
Hold on.
as
Hold
his-
on.
Wow, way to cut me off, girl.
So sorry.
Here
Girl.
we go. Cheers.
The thing is, like, with his kind of, his stories, you'd think it'd be way more into, like, psychedelics or something.
You would think. And
You
he
don't
might
have
be.
the motivation to write on psychedelics.
Not the motivation, but the thought. The kind of thoughts he had. Like, the giant turtle world in it. Like, the whole universe was just
Well,
on
maybe he dropped some acid, had, like, a revelation,
And then did coke to
had
write
do
it?
coke to
Yeah.
write it.
Let's just do another one with
He's
them.
just,
All right, sounds good.
he's just a well-rounded guy.
It's okay, because we're going to do another one with you anyways. You just have to take fucking one, practically. Here you go.
Arr.
Okay, cheers.
Arr.
Sound like a
Cheers
pirate.
to everyone but Xavier because he doesn't know how to wait.
Good shit. Thank you, Stephen
Okay.
King.
No, so, this is
By
the
the way, I've
part...
never seen It Part 1 or 2.
Really?
Okay.
Get on that.
Oh, let's wait a minute.
I tried to,
let's,
but she doesn't like clowns.
let's close this off quick. Hang on.
Are we
Okay.
done?
Hold on.
Doesn't Devin have a question?
No, I'm out.
You're out.
Okay.
And you're out, right? Okay, so this is where this is the part where I try to get our viewers to send in their submissions of their questions to theofficialsubliminal@gmail.com. If you all could send in your submissions of questions of ABC questions or true or false questions, make sure you give at each question just an explanation why, a little factoids as to why your answer is your answer, and we'll get a group of us together and we'll all read off your questions live on our on an episode of our podcast. So we are now on Spotify, Buzzsprout, YouTube, TuneIn, which is also like Alexa. We're on Patreon as I believe it's Official Subliminal, and we're trying to get on much more. So
iTunes, stay tuned.
well, iTunes, we saw that there's a viewer in Michigan now that had played us through iTunes on my feed.
Right.
But I just, I don't know, I'm not totally sure because I had issues when I was trying to put us on there, so I'm not sure how he saw it on there, but we'll figure it out.
At some point it'll be there, probably.
Yeah, at some point it'll be there.
We'll get it
If
there.
it's not already. We're trying, I'm still working on things. But, thank you for listening. Please send in your submissions. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
10 drunken facts.